Hi, my name is Richard Kilbon, and today I'd like to talk about a company I recently worked with. Now, they are a major municipal and industrial infrastructure compliance and planning company. Now, they had recently terminated a relationship with their old company over a difference in philosophy, and they made the decision to start their own company because of their high level of expertise and their ability to serve the marketplace in a unique way. Now, she's an elite engineer in a narrow field of expertise, and because she's so good at what she does and is so well known, most of her staff and most of her clients followed her to the new place. Now, things were happening fast, and she faced a problem common to most startups, which was she was doing everything herself, or I won't say everything, but she was doing so much herself that she was putting in long, long hours and really kind of going, just getting a little harried, doing everything that needed to happen to get the business running. But she didn't want to make common mistakes that startups make. She wanted to make a smooth transition to an operating company. And she realized she doesn't know everything and that someone helping her along the way, helping to give an outside look and helping her to sort of align with common industry practices would be a good help to her. Now, our initial series of sessions, we determined her status, her challenges, and her aspirations where she wanted to go. We wanted to move the needle in the right direction as fast as we could. Now, if you could wave a magic wand, I asked her, where would you like to be in 30, 60, 90 days, maybe longer? And her first priority, of course, not surprising, is to get the cash flow turned around from borrowed money to money cash flowing through a line of credit or cash flowing through her business. But the challenge was, of course, as I said, being very busy and doing so much. She was busy working in her business instead of on her business. So the first challenge was to get her in a position where she could work on the business, creating systems, creating operating procedures, doing marketing, and doing long range thinking rather than doing all the tasks that it took to get everything done. And critical to that task were hiring people that could share tasks with her, moving tasks out of her box into someone else's box. So we did a couple of things, one of which was to evaluate the current capabilities of her folks and what they could do beyond the obvious of what they're already doing, and also to evaluate the staff she had coming in and how they would assist in taking things off of her plate. The other thing we already started working on was building company rapport. Under a stressful situation, of course, it's real easy to keep your nose to the grindstone and just keep operating. But it was important as well for her to take the time and really get to know her staff intimately, what their personal aspirations were, what their personal interests were, and begin building company rapport right away so that you had a team all pulling in the right direction. And the other thing that we're working on is having her work on designing the customer experience. In other words, a lot of people like to market by telling you what your capabilities are and talking about, the technicalities of the business. But really what makes a difference in marketing and what helps you get that job is talking about the customer experience that client is going to have working with you. The more personal issues, the more emotional and social issues of working together. So right off the bat, we're working on taking things off her plate, spreading the workload, building company rapport, and already starting to think the basis, the foundation, the floor of our marketing efforts. So this is a new startup. I'll give you an update as we go along, but I wanted to let you know just kind of how I work to help a company get started and start moving in the right direction.